There's no place like home. There's no place.
Home. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Well, hi there. Welcome to Home Wizards, where we love to help improve your home and improve your life. I'm Cindy Dole.
And I'm Eric Stromer. First and foremost, how are you feeling?
Oh, fine.
You seem better?
Yeah, how you feeling?
Because we both got this crazy crud when we were in Las Vegas at the National Association of Broadcasters show, and I think it's because we're wandering through casinos with all that crazy smoke, right?
Maybe.
And we weren't in nature enough.
We weren't.
There's not enough real nature in Vegas.
We weren't around enough real plants.
That's right.
We were around phony plants.
Yes,
and phony people.
And people with ascots.
No, it was a great trip, but things are going great, and we have a lot to talk about over the next 2 hours because we always love to count down to the Pasadena Showcase House, and there are so many terrific experts who work their magic on this mansion. And this year it is in La Cañada. If you haven't,
I gotta go one step further. I don't think it's just experts. I think it may be the best of the best of
they really
all
are.
The architects and designers and people that participate in it. Yeah, the best of the best.
It really is. And so it's open now. It opened just a little while ago. And by the way, we are giving away tickets, 5 pairs of tickets today. So you can start calling on in, and we're going to select randomly the winners at the end of the show. Wait,
these tickets give our listeners absolutely free entry into this fantastic event.
It's a great thing. And even if you do win, I hope you go and buy tickets again. And you go to PasadenaShowcase.org, and it's a good cause. It raises money to help kids have access to music and instruments and things like that.
You know, my son lost 2 cellos.
Lost them?
Yeah. How do you do this?
I don't know.
And then he became I said, you're now a drummer because you can't really lose drums. But he did lose 2 cellos.
All right. Well,
I know.
We'll have to talk about him a little bit later.
We'll deal with
but let's talk about when you go to the Showcase House. This is a 1920s home. It's a little bit of a Moroccan, a little bit of a Spanish vibe to it. And there are gardens and gardens and gardens. And when you walk on this property, which is about 2 miles big.
Hold on. Something just came to me.
What's that?
I always wondered why it was called Moorish. So it's the combination of Moroccan and Spanish together to create this term Moorish? That's what it is.
Think so?
I didn't know this. I might be a genius. Okay, go ahead.
So when you go to the gardens, I mean, there's so many oohs and ahs when you're walking through the property. It's just dripping in beautiful plants and containers and lighting. And anyway, so one of the spaces is by one of our favorite landscape designers, Anne Phillips.
Hold on, let's give her a...
Yay, Anne Phillips.
Anne.
And so Anne Phillips is here, and she worked, describe the spaces that you worked at the Showcase House.
Well, I had 2 areas. I had the front walkway and also the rose garden, and I was really pleased to get 2 spaces, or even 1 space, because this was my first time doing it, so I was pretty excited to actually be able to participate in the Showcase House.
How did you get in? What did you have to do? It was a dance-off, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and it was really kind of interesting because...
With a rose in her mouth, kind of like the flamenco.
Yeah.
Tango thing.
Well, I had a lot of clients and friends that kept telling me that I definitely should try to do it, so this year I decided to go for it. And they send you an invitation after they kind of vet you a bit, and so you are sent an invitation to come one day and view the house. The only thing I didn't realize is that you have to actually do the design, give it to them, give your proposal to them that day.
Oh my gosh.
It was totally
So wait,
under
you have
the
to
gun.
have concept and all the funding elements
before you even
together?
see it?
Well, you see it that day. So the first time I saw the house, I was there probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon walking through, and they have certain areas that you can decide that you want to landscape or put a proposal in for. But I had to give them my design proposal by 5 o'clock that night.
That's like really a lot of pressure to be instantly creative, right?
It totally was.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was lucky that the front walk...
wait, what do? You just go, a lot of hydrangeas. We're going to do a...
No. Not as a low water gardener. I'm not going to do hydrangeas. I mean, I like them, but... the front walkway really I really kind of got the idea for it, thankfully, very quickly, because looking at that space, it's a narrow space, a very important space because you're leading up to the front, the front door, so it's an important space. But looking at it, I could see where I could put in a stream bed because of the way that the walkway, that area cascades down. And so that was my idea, and I wanted to do it a low water garden since that's the kind of thing that we specialize in with succulents. And so I came up with the concept of doing a dry stream bed, but using blue succulents to try to mimic the feel of water.
Wait a minute. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So no water's flowing.
No.
But you're
But it has
emulating the look of water.
The
with
movement
plants.
and with the shades of blue.
Yes, exactly. And because I think too many people, they don't want to do what they can, think of as a low water garden. It's going to look dry. So I wanted to try to do something that, looked lush, but I'm doing it with succulents and, creating a feel of water.
Really
and
cool.
did you add a lot of rocks and other materials?
I did. We even have some falls, so I've got some flat stones that will kind of make you look as if it's a waterfall. And some boulders and some smaller rock, just like you would have in a natural stream bed.
So this is something that we can probably do on our own, maybe.
Yes.
Probably not as great as you,
well,
but we can do this. And so there are a lot of blue succulents, aren't there?
There are a lot of blue succulents out there.
Yeah. How many different ones did you choose? Without naming names.
We won't ask you to read
We're not going
it's
botanical.
Not a spelling bee.
Yeah. But I mean, describe what they look like. Some might be more silvery blue, some are darker blue. What colors were you going for?
Yeah, I mean, there's some that have a blue-green tone in them, and there's some that are a little bit. I tried to in the lower part, if you will, where I tried to make it feel like a pond area. I used some larger blue succulents, and then up above where there was I wanted more of a fall effect, I used more trailing blue succulents. And then on the sides, I actually used some creeping thyme, which is also low water, but it made it feel like you had moss growing.
Mm-hmm.
At least that was what I wanted to try
which
to
you'd have
effect.
by a pond. How
Exactly.
cool. And I'm looking at some pictures which we'll post on our website, yourhomewizards.com, and you have some nice scrumptious big boulders, right, to create some texture. And it looks like you have some plants that are creating some height, too, that you would see normally by a pond.
Well, exactly. I wanted to put in some grasses.
Mm-hmm. Some drought-tolerant grasses, probably.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, there are drought-tolerant grasses. And kangaroo paw. And also some succulents that are a bit bigger, some calendrinas, which are really nice, and then they flower as well.
So, and this is a space that's just to the front side of the home? This is physically, where is it?
Well, it's as you're walking up to the front door. It's on your left. So it's right next to the walkway where you're waiting to go into the house itself to tour it.
So the idea is if people are trying to get ideas on how to create a statement for the front of your home, and you may not want to necessarily have a water feature, this is an idea.
Exactly.
To kind of create some wow, to welcome people. And it's intriguing, I bet. It kind of sucks you in and makes you look and go, oh my gosh, that isn't water.
Yeah, well, I've been there and I've talked to some of the people that are going in to tour the home, and that's definitely the reaction that I've gotten speaking with the people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, when you say it's low water requirement, what does that mean? I mean, how frequently would we, if we wanted to create our own little waterfall, quote unquote, our faux waterfall feature out of succulents, once a week, once every 2 weeks?
Initially, when you first planted them, they're going to need a little bit more water. So I would say maybe, just to be on the safe side, I'd water them about 2 times a week, maybe for about 6 to 8 minutes. But then once they're established, succulents, because of the nature of the plant itself, they actually store water in their leaves. So they can go much longer without water than a typical plant that doesn't have that capacity.
So hold that thought. When we come back, we're going to take a quick break. We'll talk more with Anne
Okay.
Phillips about how to have a fun green garden, just like you'll be seeing at the Pasadena Showcase House, and call on in for your chance to go on us. 888-539-2980, 888-KFWB 980. We're back in a flash. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, Home Wizards continues after this.
Lord, it's not easy being green.